If you do not have a vision and a strategy for Cameroon as a presidential candidate, drop your candidacy now. I am presenting this video in line with the qualities listed by the Catholic bishops in Cameroon. And with the second point I am talking about, because the second point is about vision and strategy. And this is something that TFA Talking Point has presented thousands of videos on it. Quality, vision, and strategy. In many of my videos, I say what is needed in Cameroon for Cameroon to be a country that many people would be jealous of, Cameroonians will be proud of, is a leader with a vision and a strategy. And many people do not understand what a vision is all about. A vision is just having a pictures of this is what I want this thing to be. And the strategy is how to do it. And this is exactly what the bishops here mentioned. And if this is your first time today on TFA Talking Point, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on all our social media platforms. Also share this video. Under that particular point, that is the second qualities that they gave. They say vision and strategy. And I'm going to read what they wrote under it for you to understand their own point, and then I will explain what TFA Talking Point has been preaching throughout this period. This is a vision and strategy. Have a clear vision for the country's development. Be able to define a coherent strategy to achieve it. Be able to mobilize the population around this vision. Be a leader who inspires confidence and knows how to take a difficult decision. These are the things that they listed under that vision and strategy. So that if you are voting for anybody for the upcoming presidential election, you should maybe know that this person has a vision. It should not just be something that you should know. It should be something that you have seen the vision of that person. And that is where TFA Talking Point, throughout this period, we have been talking about it, that we want a leader who has a vision and a strategy to that vision. Because all this while, 42 years in power, President Pobia has been presenting vision, telling Cameroonians, this is the vision I have for you. If he's telling Cameroonians that we are going to recruit 100,000 people, that is a vision. But how are you going to do it? If President Pobia got up one day and say that by 2035, we will achieve emerging economy. Yeah, that is a vision. How are you going to achieve it? Nobody asked that particular question. And then during that period, I was saying that if by 2035, President Paul Biya, if by 2035, Cameroon is as it is today, and President Paul Biya said that we have achieved emergent economy, will you deny it? Have you seen the vision? You will not deny it because you did not see the vision. And that is why in many of our videos, we presented congratulating Barrister Akere Mona, because he presented a concrete and a written vision with a strategy to Cameroonians. We congratulated a Honorable Osi Joshua because he also came up, presented a concrete and a strategy for Cameroonians on a certain issue in Cameroon. We, in many of our videos, we present a calling on all the a presidential candidate that they should present their vision. It should not just be about, if you vote for me, I'm going to do this. How are you going to do it? Is the strategy. You have a vision that if they vote for you, you are going to end the Anglophone crisis. You are going to end the crisis inside, the killing inside of Cameroon. Then how are you going to do it? None of them will explain. The highest thing they will tell you is that we will dialogue with the ambassador. How are you going to dialogue with the ambassador to the extent that you will convince them to abandon their opinion of separation? They will not give you. Some of them even came up and said that if you vote for me as president come October, I'm going to reduce prices of a petroleum product for in Cameroon. And then I asked the question, how are you going to do it? They will not explain it to you. I'm going to increase the standard of living in Cameroon. How are you going to do it? They do not know. And this is a problem. They are most of them are power mongers. All they focus on is just the presidency. And then when they will get into the presidency, that is where they will be confused what to do. They will say, okay, we want to reduce the price of fuel. And then the expert in that field will tell them that if you reduce this price, then how are we going to the cost of production, all these things, the table before. And the person will see that at this point now, there is no solution. That is the very thing that happened to this guy in Nigeria, President Tinubu. He came up because he was having that urge in him that if I come up, that a lot of money is going for fuel subsidy. I will just cut it off so that I will put the money in the economy. But the money compared to the price that will increase will not rescue the situation. He did not think of, if I stop it for subsidy, how am I going to cover the cost and everything so that I will maintain the price of fuel? He did not think about that. I also made mention that vision is not intelligent. It's not the level of education. This guy in Kenya, William Ruto, took over office as the most intelligent president in the whole Africa up to this point. But he took over office without any vision. And that is where he was confused over everything. It is not all about education. It's not all about the level of education, whether you are a professor, whether you have PhD, 10,000 PhD, it does not help. Whether you are a man of God, staying in the same room with God, without a vision, you cannot govern a country. And this is exactly what they are saying here. And then it's also saying that you be able to define a coherent strategy to achieve this vision. That is what I am talking about it here. Be able to mobilize the population around this vision. How can you mobilize the population around the vision that you have not shown them? And that is what TFA Talking Point hold on to. A concrete and a written vision and strategy for people to see. As you are moving, that we should be asking you, or see Joshua say in 100 days, he will solve the Anglophone crisis this way, this way, this way. That is a vision and a strategy. It might not work, it might work, but that is a vision and a strategy. So I am congratulating them. And I'm saying that always follow TFA Talking Point. They might have come across my video concerning this vision and strategy issue, and that is why they put it here. Or maybe God reveals to them the way he gave it to me. So thank you very much for listening. All we are for is for a better Cameroon.